For 10 years, I've been diving into the amazing music that's made in South Korea, and in this video, I'm going to show you how to find it for yourself. I'm Phil, and I'm the founder of Angle Magazine. For almost 10 years, the site shared independent music from the southern half of South Korea. During that time, I booked and promoted events and festivals in Ulsan, Busan, Daegu, Gwangju, Jeju, and Seoul. And for 110 episodes, I shared new music and event updates on the Amplify Korea podcast. I spent a long time searching for new music and new bands, and while the consumption of Korean music has changed drastically in those years, here's where I'd start looking for your new favorite band. First up is searching Bandcamp by location tags. It's something that I use frequently while making Amplify Korea. For starters, open the Bandcamp page of one of your favorite bands. Check if they've added a location, like Seoul, Busan, whatever. Open that tag in a new tab and bookmark it. You'll be able to come back to it pretty often to see what new music has been released from that area. While it won't narrow down by genre, it is refreshing to see the variety of music that's been made in one location. Though fair warning, there tend to be a couple of bands who add multiple tags to take advantage of this, and even some bands who aren't Korean who tag themselves as Korean, which is pretty weird, huh? Bandcamp Daily also does some pretty decent reports on the Korean scene. Check out the Daegu Scene Report by Steve Chan, or a couple of others which I'll link below in the description. Bands tend to promote frustratingly late here, but if you know one band you like, check their posters, see who they play with, check out those bands, check out the venues they play at. And then there's Korean streaming sites like Melon. They tend to have pages for each individual musician, and there you're able to check what other bands they're also a part of. If you've got a grasp of Hangul, great. If not, copy and paste is your friend. And for those in Korea, the easiest option is go to shows. Go to shows. Talk to the bands, hang out, and have a drink with them. If you do get talking, ask them who are their favorite bands, who do they like to play with, where do they like to play. Sometimes bands might seem rude or avoid talking, but that's primarily down to a fear of using foreign language. Though, unfortunately, sometimes bands are just assholes. And the fourth and last tip is probably the easiest and most obvious one. Listen to podcasts, watch YouTube, read websites and magazines. Sean Dupre hosts the excellent Sounds from the Korean Underground. Then you have websites like the long-running Korean Indie or new upstarts like Platform Magazine. For live music, try channels like Busan Indie or Bobasan Studio, who tend to cover Busan, Otter's Map, and Big Nine Go-Go Club, who tend to cover Daegu. You've got Victor L, who's in Jeju, Rep Midwest, and Sengi Sessions tend to cover Seoul. And then there are larger channels like Ready for D or South Korea Indie, who are primarily Seoul-based but will travel. And of course, though not so frequent these days, there's Angle Magazine. And those are my 4 options for finding Korean music. There's probably more, and probably some really obvious ones that I've missed as well, but if you think of any, add them in the comments, please let me know. If I start up the podcast again in the future, might really regret this video.